Hello, I'm Reagan, taking you through some of the things people are talking about and stuff they are sharing around the world on Newsfeed today. The shooting of an unarmed Palestinian man draws outrage on social media after video of the 2018 incident is shared online.
No!
Australian farmers in drought-stricken parts of the country share footage of themselves celebrating the first rain in months. While many people debate whether social media is psychologically harmful, some parents are pushing their children to take the perfect picture. And a lot of catitude of the weekend as purdy felines compete for tasty treats in Istanbul. Top of our Newsfeed, video of an unarmed Palestinian man being shot in the back by an Israeli border officer has been leaked. It happened a year ago, but this is the first time the video has been seen in public, and people around the world are furious. Take a look. Let's have a look now at some of the things that caught our eye on social media. Bollywood actress Priyanka Chopra is being trolled on Instagram for wearing a face mask in India's capital, New Delhi. She posted the photo on Sunday after being forced to postpone shooting her new movie, The Winter Tiger, because of the air pollution. Smog levels are so bad, schools are closed and flights are being diverted. The government's even limiting the number of cars on the road for the next week. Meanwhile, Priyanka is being accused of being a hypocrite. People online say she's a smoker, so she's actually contributing to the air pollution. Take a look at this guy. He's one of the many Australian farmers who celebrated on the weekend when a brief downpour broke a stubborn drought that's affected parts of Queensland and New South Wales. He's not the only one happy. There are lots of videos online of people dancing in the rain. Now, while meteorologists say the showers weren't enough to help farmers' crops, that didn't stop anyone from reliving their youth. A former Navy SEAL was invited on Fox News to talk about the dogs who assisted in the operation to take down Daesh leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Mike Ripland was then asked to give advice on dissuading people from adopting military dogs like the one you see here. But Ripland went off script, sneaking this in at the end.
Professional, or just don't get one at all. And Epstein didn't kill himself.
Just to remind you, Jeffrey Epstein was a well-connected child sex offender who died after apparently hanging himself in his jail cell in August. That sparked many conspiracy theories. Mike Ripland obviously has his own take on it. And a cake from Hong Kong has been disqualified from the Cake International competition in Bloomington. It was decorated with Hong Kong protest symbols like umbrellas and had fake tear gas coming out of it. Well, organizers said it was too controversial after Chinese competitors complained. The disqualification angered a lot of people who rushed to social media to tell, hey, Cake International, don't stifle our freedom of expression. Okay, next up, child influencers, that is, kids using social media to document everything about their lives, from what they're wearing and eating to simpler things like Justin Bieber eyebrow-raising selfies. 1 second. Now that's done. Here's Denis with the details on one child blogger who's So popular, she's got hired help.
She has 2.4 million followers on Instagram and 90 million views on her YouTube channel. And she's only 12 years old.
I started getting recognized on the streets probably when I was about 11.
Liza Anakina is one of Russia's growing number of child influencers with an army of child fans.
She dresses really well, and I have a great impression of her.
Her blogging career takes up several hours per day, which she fits in around her schoolwork.
On the phone, I spend in general, on average, I've checked 8 hours a day. That's very bad, but I don't know. It's just some kind of video viewing. I also open my electronic diary and do my homework. I just use the phone very actively.
But she does have help from another YouTube star who also runs a production company that specializes in helping child bloggers.
The whole YouTube thing and basically video blogging in general were progressing really fast, and it became clear that every year the number of children who will need services would grow, which proved to be right.
And video blogging classes for kids are gaining popularity.
There are a lot of games. They are very interested in video games. They are interested in programming. Some kids make blogs. They are already playing the role of teachers. They show how, for example, to program, how to work in some programs.
It's estimated there are 60 million Instagram users under the age of 18. Many, like Liza, have accounts that are managed by their parents. But some people question the motives of parents who allow and, in some cases, push their children to become influencers. And researchers are constantly looking into the psychological effects that social media use has on the adolescent brain. So, is it harmless fun? Or are these children at risk?
Well, if you ask most parents, they'd probably prefer their kids weren't using social media. But earlier we spoke with Dr. Crystal Aberdeen. She's an anthropologist and ethnographer specializing in how internet culture influences the way young people perceive themselves. She argues there can be positives.
So many young people these days have different types of social media profiles on many types of platforms. And oftentimes the common discourse is that surely some of this must be bad for their self-esteem because there's a lot of competition in terms of how you visually portray yourself, whether it's flaunting your wares, your number of followers, these days even things related to, say, body image, and other types of status elevating markers that are important to young people. But at the same time, there are also so many different examples of communities and case studies where putting yourself online, presenting yourself online to specific networks can be very beneficial to young people, even for their self-esteem, self-confidence, networks, etc. Well, this is especially true for young people who may not fit the model of a perfect teenager or a mainstream teenager where things come easy. Say if they have a good round family, well-rounded family, a good well-rounded education, a good basic level of networks and ability to meet with other people. For these young people, the internet may feel then like a luxury or an add-on to their everyday experiences. But for many other young people, going online and looking for others in your subculture, going online and looking for resources may be the only way you can connect to others. I'm thinking now specifically about, say, LGBT young people going online to look for resources, young people who may have to move often, wanting to look for migrant communities, young people with different types of disabilities, wanting to get resources. So if you're a person who does not usually have access to all of this in your ordinary life out of the internet, then going onto this space allows you endless possibilities and resources to connect with others. So the stereotype that everything we do online might be detrimental to us is sometimes quite a classist or an elitist reading of the internet, because we forget that for many people, the internet is a luxury. For many others, it's a necessity just for survival.
And now for Monday's Animals Doing Stuff. If you don't know by now, Istanbul is the city of cats. They're everywhere. It's appalling. They're in cafes, hotels, supermarkets. We even have a few working here metaphorically speaking, of course. Anyhow, this weekend concluded the much-anticipated International Cat Beauty Contest. Hundreds of formidable tales from around the world were there. There were even moments where it was just hysterical. I'll stop the clover. Cat puns now. Here's Ezra.
There's a lot of competition and contests out there. You have your sporting events, you have beauty pageants. There's even a baby crying competition. But here, there's something different. It's a cat contest here in Istanbul. It's the first time ever. As a cat lover, I'm very excited. Let's go check it out.
I'm the vice president of TCCF, Turkish Cat Federation. There was no federation in Turkey, and we just wanted to make a place for the breeders, for the Turkish breeders. Actually, the federation is 3 months old. This is the first show. There was a very good response from the people all over the world, and we are planning next year more shows, actually, maybe 3.
So right now I'm with Yi. She's come all the way from Malaysia. She's going to take us through what the grooming process is before she goes to the judges. So take us through, Yi.
Usually before the show, we will try to groom the cat. Because we're coming here by flight, so we have to groom him, degrease all the oil, then we shampoo him and prepare him, blow him, then before come here. So when we reach the show hall, because long hours flight, we make sure that he's in good condition.
I am an all-breed judge for the Cat Fanciers Association. As you take the cat out of the cage, you start judging because you feel the cat, the weight, how the coat feels. You're looking at everything. Do they have the proper eye shape? And then once you've got it on the table, you can judge it further, examine it. And this is a rag doll, so they should have a nice, vivid blue oval eye. The richer the eye color, the better. Almost purple is the best. This cat has a nice, strong chin, very gentle curve to that profile, nice ear set, not too high, not too low, according to the breed standard. Should have a silky coat. This cat is probably a little bit older, so his coat has darkened. This nice, solid body. This has very nice eye color, nice, rich blue. Yeah.
It's one more step to my goal. So this kitten was born in my cattery. She's 4.5 months right now, and I'm very happy to have her. And this breed is amazing. I recommend to everybody. I'm saying if you feel that you miss anything in your life, 100% you miss Ragdoll.
That's all from us from the Newsfeed team. Reach out to us with your questions, comments, complaints, and suggestions at TRT World. You'll also find us 24/7 on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, and you can follow me on Instagram or on Facebook. Follow, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.